Let me start with something I hear almost every week. People come to us and say, we're on the contract and we need a quote. And I want to be very clear. That question makes total sense, and that's how normal renovation works. You find a contractor, you get a price, and then you make a decision. But here's where renovation loans start to work differently. On a renovation loans, the contractor is not just to build the project, they are part of how the loans get approved. My name is Andrew with JC General Construction, and in this video, I want to explain why the process matters on renovation loans from the contractor point of view. To understand why this matters, we have to take a look at timing. Most clients came to us when they are already on the contract. They have found the property, they like the location, they are excited, and now the timeline feels tight. Ideally, you want to find a contractor before you are on the contract and build that relationship early. But be realistic, that never happens. Instead of blaming that reality, let's talk about how renovation actually works. A renovation loan does not start with a quote. It starts with a process and rules, especially in FHA 203K. There are guidelines that must be met before a scope can be finalized. There is an appraisal that looks at the future value of the house, not what it's worth today, but what is worth after the renovations. There is also a hot consultant involved to make sure the renovation plan meets FHA requirements before construction. Their job is not design your renovation, it's to confirm what work is required so the loan can be approved without surprise later. And the contractor must be reviewed and approved by the lender before closing. All of this happens before the construction ever starts. So, when someone came to us and asked for a quote before this process happens, what they usually get is a number that changes later. Because if items are added later through hard review or appraisal, the scope has to be changed and adjusted. Not because someone made a mistake, but because the process wasn't finished yet. Before we continue, I just want to say thank you for watching. If this video is helpful, feel free to share it with someone who may need it. You can also subscribe, like the video, and turn on the notification. It really helps the channels and allows us to keep making videos like this. Okay, let's go back to the video. Now, from the homeowner side, I understand that sometimes homeowners just want to hear a number. From our side, it's about making sure the renovation loan is going to be approved. On renovation loans, the lender does not approve only price. They approve a scope of work that meet the program guidelines, support the future value of the home, and be in all the details that nothing important is missing. If the scope is not clear or complete from the beginning, the loan does not move forward, even if the price looks good. That's why the renovation don't start with a quote. Renovation loans start with building the right scope, and that's why the orders matters. Once you understand that, the wishlist conversation makes more sense. Most people start with a wishlist first. For example, they want new kitchen, new bathroom, updated floors, nice and finished. And again, that's normal. You are excited to become a homeowner and make the space feel like yours. But renovation loans do not start with a wishlist first. They start with what must be addressed to meet the guidelines, what fit inside the loan's amount or the structures. The required items are top priority and must be in place in the scope of work. Those items are non-negotiables. And that's when people are forced to cut items from their wish list. So, instead of starting with what people wanted, here's where we actually begin. When we work with renovation loans clients, we don't start by asking wish list or nice to have list. We go over to the must to do list. We start by asking, what's your renovation budget? Has the hot consultant been involved yet? Has the appraisal process started? And then we talk about what is required versus optional, what must be included now, and what actually could be adjusted later. There's one part on the process that almost no one explains upfront. On renovation loans, not all the renovation budget is available for the constructions. A portion of the budget is held as contingency and that could be up to 20% of your renovation budget. So when someone says, I have 100,000 for renovations, what they really have is closer to 80,000 for actually work. The rest is gonna be saved a contingency. That contingency is not optional and it's not a fee. It's there to protect the loan in case hiding conditions are discovered later on constructions. Here's why this matters. If you don't plan the scope noting that contingency exists, the project may fail because the renovation scope was built above the true ceiling of the budget. That's when people feel the number don't work, even though the issue was planning, not cost. And this is where the contractor roles change. On renovation loans, the contractor is not just pricing labors and material. They are translating the renovation into an approvable scope, breaking down labors and material clearly, including finishings, permits, co-related costs, align the project with the loan's requirement. This is approval work, no handyman work. This is exactly why experience with renovation loans matters. When a contractor understands how loan approval works, the scope of work gets built correctly the first time and you get the approval right away. Over the years, we have worked on many renovation loans and deal with approval from different lenders. We understand how different lenders review scopes and what they are looking for before approving a renovation. On renovation loans, our roles goes beyond just construction. We take the time to build a scope that makes sense for the loans, for the appraisal, and for the approval process. That is what helps projects move forward smoothly and close on time. All of this comes down to having the right experience to guide the process. When you step back and look at the full picture, this is what the process is really doing. This process is not designed to slow things down. It's designed to protect the loan, the homeowner, and the project itself. When the project is followed in the right order, budgets are clear, expectations are realistic, timeline feel manageable. When it is skipped, deals feel unstable. So let me leave you with this. If you are thinking about renovation loans or you are already on the contract, here's the most important things to remember. A renovation loan doesn't start with a quote. It starts with approvals, and the contractor plays a key role in the approval. That's why the process matters. Take the time to understand where you are in the loan, what the real budget is, how the scope needs to be built. That's how you protect your time, your money, and your peace of mind. Thank you so much for watching this video.